Hey guys, Pankaj here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to start natural language processing module in Python data science. Okay, so this particular module is also going to be divided into 3 to 4 parts. Okay, so for today we are going to cover all the basics of NLP and what and all I'm going to cover in future videos that also I'm going to talk about today itself. Okay, so let me share the small PPT. Okay, so this is natural language processing PPT, NLP. So what are the agenda for this particular module? So we'll be talking about introduction of NLP, why NLP, what are various applications of NLP, what are fundamental steps involved in NLP. So this particular step is very important. So if you understood very well, like what are various fundamental steps involved in NLP, then believe me guys, you can handle any kind of unstructured text data. Okay. What is the future of NLP? Supported Python libraries for NLP, hands-on using Python. And once all the NLP concepts are over, then I'll be talking about, or I'll take 2-3 case studies based on the text data. So one is very famous data set called spam detection using naive-bayes supervised ML algo. So this I'll be talking only when I complete, or maybe when I'm talking about this particular algorithm in machine learning. Okay, another case study will be human DNA classification. Both will be using naive-bayes supervised ML algo. Okay, and at the end we'll see creating word cloud. Let's move to the next slide. So guys, what is NLP? NLP or natural language processing, usually shortened as NLP, is a branch of artificial intelligence that deals with interaction between computer and human using the natural language. Okay, so what this statement tells basically. So whenever computer would like to interact with human, right? So instead of interacting what human talks natural language, that can be stored in various format in the text data, right? And give the text data to the computer, and computer is going to decipher that text data and infer a lot of internal details. Okay, so the ultimate objective of NLP is to read, decipher, understand, and make sense of human language in a manner that is valuable. Okay, next is most NLP techniques rely on machine learning to derive meaning from human language. So we'll see what are various techniques involved to derive the meaning of human language. To the next. So why NLP branch is required? Why natural language processing is required? So first is language translation applications such as Google Translate. So if you would have seen Google Translate engine, right? So you just put the language, it automatically detects like which language it is. Okay, and whichever you want to do translation, that also you can just select and it will do the translation without taking much time. Okay, so that is one application which is based on NLP. Word processors such as Microsoft Word and Grammarly that employ NLP to check grammatical accuracy of text. So Grammarly is also, nowadays you will see a lot of ads in YouTube, right? So whenever you type anything on the web or maybe in the Word doc, it automatically detects grammatical mistake and highlights, right? That is also part of NLP application. Interactive voice response applications using call center to respond certain user requests. So now most of the call center or customer service has been moved to interactive voice response, right? So whatever you tell, they will detect like what you're talking, and accordingly it will pick the answer, right answer for the user, and just start uttering it. Okay, so that is another application of NLP. Personal assistant applications such as okay Google, Siri, Cortana, and Alexa. This is the best example to tell about NLP. Okay, so you would have already experienced this. Let's move to the next one. What are various applications of NLP? So first and foremost is text classification. Okay, language modeling. So this kind of language modeling, we'll see a couple of applications also, how it models, how to filter the part of speech from the given sentences. Okay, so we'll see it shortly, maybe today or maybe in the next video. Speech recognition, caption generation, machine translation, document summarization, spell checking, that is example of Grammarly, which I already told. Question answering, that is IVR, correct? So these applications are not at all limited to this, but a lot of other applications like Alexa, okay Google, Siri, Cortana. Yeah, so next important step is to know what are the fundamental steps involved in NLP. Okay, so first is like removing numbers, punctuation, stop words, and white space. These are very important things whenever you want to process the text data. Okay, so a lot of theories there involved, like why we have to remove the number. why we have to keep, why you should not keep the number. Okay, punctuations are not adding much information about the text data, right? So we have to remove them. Stop word, what are stop word? First you should know what are stop words, then why we should remove it. Okay, what are white spaces? So by this time you would have realized, like, regular expression, we have to use it heavily to do all these kind of job. Okay, word stemming, so we'll see what is stemming and its application and how to use them. Morphological analysis or lexical analysis, so we'll see it shortly. Syntax analysis, semantic analysis, discourse integration, and pragmatic analysis. So I have definition for each of the analysis and we'll talk with the help of example. Okay, so what is morphological analysis or lexical analysis? So for what it tells, basically here we separate the words. So let's say you have given a sentence, right? So that sentence constitute of different words, right? So if you separate them all words and make a list of all the words, that is called morphological analysis or lexical analysis. Okay, so here is the example: John is eating an apple, right? So you separate them, separate each word from the sentence. Okay, and it will form a list. So basically you are splitting a whole sentence with space, so automatically it will segregate all the words and create the list of words. Okay, that is what is morphological analysis. What is syntax analysis? What it is: after getting the root words, we analyze the sentence is syntax wise correct or not, and check if it follows the basic grammar rules. Okay, let's see the example now. Why the goes to store? This is syntax wise wrong. Okay, why it is wrong? Because deterministic cannot come after the noun. Noun not. That's what you see here, right? And check if it follows the basic grammar rule. This is syntax wise wrong, or determiners can't come after the noun. That's what this kind of syntax analysis comes. Semantic analysis: if the sentence forms any meaning or not. So what is the example? Let's say she is wearing a colorless green dress. Okay, sentence looks correct, but whether semantic is correct or not. Okay, so what it is telling, syntax wise it seems correct, but how can a green dress be colorless? Therefore it is semantic wise wrong. Okay, so discourse integration: if any language we find dependency like pronoun, its work is to identify and understand where the dependency is pointing to. So let's say Ram is a boy, he goes to school. So of course we are using pronoun here, right? He. So here he is dependency pointing to Ram. Okay, that is called discourse integration. Pragmatic analysis: so this is something called, most toughest part in AI. So it is said to be the toughest part in AI. Pragmatic analysis deals with the context of a sentence. So in machine learning so far, or as on today, I have not seen anything where it will tell like in which context it is talking. So I'll give one example here. So you can see John saw Mary in a garden with a cat. Okay, so your NLP algorithm or machine learning cannot detect or cannot tell exactly whether John is with cat or Mary is with cat. Okay, so this is something that is called little complex problem in the context wise, which is yet to be, I mean, a lot of research is going on this kind of context meaning. Okay, now next is, let's say, do you know what time is it? So let's say your mom tells you or asks you, do you know what time is it? So there are two meanings. Okay, either she doesn't know the timing and she's just asking, simply asking what time it is, or maybe you are playing a game or you are so much occupied with in front of TV or any digital media, right? And you really forgot like what time it is. You are not having lunch or dinner, right? That's why your mom is just yelling on you like, do you know what time is it? Okay, so better you sit silent and stop watching the TV or movie, whatever you are into. Okay, so this kind of context is very tough to identify and a lot of research is going on this. Okay, so what is the future of NLP? So first is the bots. Like everywhere now you are hearing about chat bots, telecom bot. Okay, and of course IVR system is there, that is also acting as a bot. In visual UI, that is Alexa is the best example. Okay, smart search. So here I've taken one reference, so link is already there. So they are talking about natural language processing total revenue by segment, world markets. Okay, so how much percentage of software, services and hardware is involved? So you can see clearly here, right? By 2025 a lot of services based thing will be based on NLP, and some segment will be hardware and some software. Okay, so services industry is going to use more more about NLP. So what are various libraries supported in NLP? So natural language toolkit, which I'm going to show right away. Okay, and this is one of the best library and which is heavily used in the research purpose whenever text data comes into picture. We have TextBlur, we have Core NLP, we have Gensim, Spacey, Polyglot. So I'll be talking about Gensim as well as Spacey, but not all. Okay, Spacey is also very heavily used after NLTK. That's why I'm going to talk about it. So for hands-on, what I'm going to show in the program, okay, in the Jupyter notebook. So this is same thing you are going to also try. So like how to create a document, also known as list of sentences, how to create sentence token, okay, like list of sentences, and how to create word token, that is list of words, how to generate frequency distribution of each word. So frequency distribution is nothing but, as you already know, histogram, right? It is occurrence of each word or each number, how frequently it is occurring from the given data. Okay, so similarly we'll see the text data, how frequently that particular word is occurring in the given sentence or given document. What are various stop words? Finding root words, so that is also known as stemming. Part of speech tagging, that is POS. Lemmatization, this is also very important concept, and mostly it will be asked in an interview, what is lemmatization and what is stemming. Difference between stemming and lemmatization. Text cleaning, creating bag of words, training and test data set, serializing and deserializing machine learning models. Okay, so that's all we have in the PPT. Now let's go back to Jupyter notebook and I'm going to show the data. So let me just share it. Okay, so we'll see NLTK introduction we already saw. We'll see the library. Okay, so if you're using Jupyter notebook, NLTK library will be already installed. Okay, if it is not installed, then what we can do is we can just use magic command pip install NLTK. Just run this. Okay. Maybe some version is changed, that's why it is installing. So let it install. Then we'll see what are vocabulary available for NLP. Okay, so a lot of different vocabulary. So stemming is one of them, lemmatization is one of them. What is stop word? What is corpus, corpora? All those things we'll see under this. Okay, so now it is installed. I will just comment it. NLTK installation. Okay, so we'll see what NLTK version we have, what are supported methods, and how to download NLTK corpus fund, or not corpus fund, basically corpus data. Okay, so basically a group of different text data is nothing but it's just a corpus. Okay, collection of all the words, all the text. That's what is called corpus. And we'll take some sample text and we'll run all the methods around it. Things to take care before text processing. So we'll see how to make uniform cases, how to do text cleaning using regular expression library, removing stop words, how to add user defined words if some words are removed because of stop words. Okay, and perform lemmatization. What is word tokenizer? How to do tokenization? What is sentence tokenizer? How to do sentence tokenization? What are stop words? How to remove them? Plotting frequency distribution of each word. Okay, so yeah, so today we are not going to cover all the things. We'll see in the next video. Okay, so that's how we install the library. Now let's go what and all methods we are going to apply on the NLP. So first we are going to import the NLTK, that is import NLTK as NLP. You can give any alias. NLP is most standard, so we are using NLP. So as I mentioned, whenever you're going to process the text data, right, you should know what is tokenization and like what is tokenization. So what other tokenization come into picture, like sentence tokenization and word tokenization, right? Okay, after that we'll see corpus. From the corpus library, how we can import stop words. Okay, so NLTK is already having all the group of stop words, which you can just use it and apply over the function when you want to remove stop word from the given sentence. Okay, and this is for stemming. So we have two kind of stemming, Porter stemmer and snowball stemmer and regex stemmer. And I'm using matplotlib pyplot for plotting some data. So let's run this library. Let's check the NLP version. So NLP dot version. So 3.6.2, that is the latest version. What are the supported methods? So I can use in dir of NLP. Okay, there are a lot of methods. We are not, of course, we are not going to use all. So now you should know, right? As I already mentioned, this library is very good for research purpose, and those who are using pure text analysis, right? NLTK is the best one, and that's why you see a lot of plenty of functions. Now, how to download NLTK corpus data? So those who are using this library first time, corpus data will not be available in their local machine. Okay, so to download that, we have something called NLP.download. If you run it, it will open one window. Let it come. Yeah. So I don't know it is visible or not. So let me just share once again. Okay, so I have already installed it. So in case it is not installed, just go here and click on all, and just double click. Okay, it will start downloading all the things. I've already installed, so nothing to worry. Everything is there. So basically what it has collection of all the corpora of various languages. Okay, so you have a lot of books are installed, a lot of popular data is installed, some third-party modules are installed. If you go to Corpora, it is installing. So main window is good enough. You just install all, everything will get installed. A lot of language models are there. As I mentioned, English model is there, French is there, German is there. Okay, and here it is showing what and all is installed. So that is what is all package. So all you need to do is just click on it, and there will be one download button. Just click on that, then you are done. Okay, so once it is installed, then go ahead and practice other things. So let me go ahead with sample text data. So for sample text data, what I'll do, I'll just go to wiki page and let's pick some random text about some famous personality. Let's say I'm going to talk about Einstein. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just take this data and put under sample text. So download I have already done, right? So I'll just interrupt it. For me, it is not required. Okay, now this is done. Okay, so I'll just put text equal to, so better since I'm going to use multi-line comment, right? So I'll just use 3-line comment or multi-line comment. Okay. Print text. So this is what we copied, right? I think this is too much data. Maybe I'll filter it later, but that's okay. Yeah. So as I mentioned, right, whenever you get, let's say this is the raw data you got, right? So what and all you have to do as a first step. Okay, the first is like make uniform cases. Okay, so we really don't care like how many uppercase and lowercase letters are there. So first job is make either complete uppercase or complete lowercase. So complete lower is suggested because of various reasons. Okay, so you do lowercase conversion. So how to do that lowercase conversion? So I'll use text. So this is string formatting, right? So we can use text dot lower, lower or text. Okay, so now everything is in uniform format. Okay. After that, what we have to do? Text cleaning, removing unwanted. Okay, let me just fix the typo. Unwanted characters. Okay, so first you should identify what kind of unwanted characters are there. So you just have a look all the text data in one shot and just see what extra thing we have. So if you see here, right, we have a lot of brackets not required, backslash, we have number, we have number along with the data, sorry, in the bracket we have colon and some other Unicode character that is also not required. Okay, we have colon, semicolon, lot of bracket, number. That's what it looks like, right? Okay, a lot of numbers are also there. So this kind of number we may not filter it, but of course we would like to remove this kind of bracket. Okay, these kind of numbers we are not interested in. Why 4-digit number we should not remove? Because you may need to know about like what kind of year we have used, right? Or number of the year, correct? Like 1990, 2000, something like that. So you may be interested in this part. If it is not required, we can filter this also. Okay, what else we have? Okay, there is a power cut. Okay. So for now it is good. At least we have identified few things and we can do the cleaning. Okay. So after this you do the cleaning. So how to do cleaning? We need to import the regular expression library. Let's import here only. But I think on the top we have already imported. No, let's import here. Okay, so where it is. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll go with each line, or maybe as a whole, we are just going to replace unnecessary character. Okay, so let me just show you re dot sub, right? It needs the pattern. So what we want to do. So first of all, we would like to remove all the character which is not alphabet or not a number, right? So anything, so we can write a pattern like this: anything other than 0 to 9 or A to Z, A to A or Z to Z. So those who doesn't know why this, how this pattern works, please watch my regular expression video, then you will understand. Okay, so anything other than this, remove it. Remove with what? Nothing. Okay, maybe at least put the space. Otherwise what will happen if between two words this is, these kind of characters are there, right? You will remove and they will join to different words, right, side by side. So better to put a space. Later we have to remove all the extra spaces also. Okay, from where to remove? From text. Okay, now after that print text. Okay, so do we see that? We have to use multiple occurrences, right? Then it makes sense. Okay. Anything other than 0 to 9, A to A, Z to Z, it must be removed. And why it is not removed? Okay, text equal to, yes, it is removed. Actually, it has modified because the string is immutable, right? It will make a local copy, do the processing and provide the output, right? So we should store that output somewhere, right? So I'm just going to override this text data. Okay, so you see here, I mean, a lot of difference you see. If you compare, right, maybe what I'll do, I'll just add new text. Okay, and let's read the original one. Put this one. Okay, so let's compare this first line of this particular thing. Okay, so what I will do now, I'll take text, maybe first 100 character, and from this new text, first 100 character. You see the difference. Okay, so this was my original text and this is the modified text. You see here a lot of unwanted character has already gone. Okay, so we'll talk about this in the next video, like why this space is coming and how to get rid of these kind of data. Okay, if you see, bracket is also not required, so we have removed the bracket as well, and like normal text is coming. Okay, so I think this is good. So in the next video, I think today this is good enough as an introduction part. So next video we'll see like more text data cleaning, and we will put in a nicer format so that you can go ahead and do some different analysis also. Okay, so I hope you liked the video and at least you got the basic of what is NLP and what things to be taken care when you have the raw text data. Okay, thank you so much guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.